Hi everyone, Anthony Fantano here. Please don't mind my appearance, it's just really cold. Today's video would be pretty short. I don't want to drag this on to a 45-minute video. Today, I am going to review the Joji album, Smithereens. This album literally came out yesterday. Just in case if you guys don't know who Joji is, just look him up, he's everywhere. And yeah, he makes some bangers, some cool songs. I wasn't gonna make a video about this, but after finishing the album yesterday, I kind of wanted to give my opinion on it, you know? Just spread the word about how good this album is. I feel like I need to review it because I really did enjoy this album. I won't be playing any of the songs on this video because of copyright. You know, it's how it is. It's usually how it is, so please, I encourage you to listen to this album on your own time and enjoy it like that. Starting with Glimpse of Us. People say this is a overrated song, and I would highly disagree, because I think this song is pretty good. I feel like this song sets the mood throughout the whole album in general, you know. People say it's too corny, and it's dumb and stupid. I didn't get that at all. It's a good song, and that's pretty much all I can say about it, really. To all the people who's saying that, they don't know what they're talking about. They haven't really listened to real music that makes you sad. The lyrics and the song is really put well together. I don't know if there are any songs on this album that were written by Joji by himself, because I know that he has writers to help him with some of the songs, and that's okay, because you know that makes the project overall pretty good too. So comparing this to Joji's past works, I could definitely say that this is probably one of his best. This whole album just brings me back to the era of Chloe Burbank, where Joji was just experimenting with the sound that he used to play back then. I definitely felt that presence when listening to Smithereens. The whole album is pretty consistent with its tone, its theme, and the instrumentals. Three of my favorite tracks is Glimpse of Us, Die For You, and Yukon. I know that's not only the best songs in this album, because I think all of the songs in this album are pretty solid. So Feeling Like the End is a pretty good opener for the album. I like the subtleness of the instrumentals. It's pretty well done. There's a lot of trap in this album as well. A lot of trap music. Which I feel like it might be a bit distracting throughout the whole album, but I think it's fine. It's okay. There's the angelic songs, Before the Day Is Over, Dissolve. They're both pretty well done. Night Rider and Blah Blah Demo are both bangers. I definitely love the part where Joji brings the same rhythm from that one popular song. I forgot the artist's name, but he goes swing left, to the left, everything. I like that part. That part's pretty cheeky. It made me have a little giggle when he did that. And ending the whole album off with 1 AM Freestyle, which I loved. It's pretty cool. I'm describing this album pretty well by describing it as cool and good and awesome. Look, man, I'm a terrible reviewer, man. I'm gonna go on a little tangent here and saying this is definitely better than Nectar. A lot of people didn't like Nectar, and I can understand why they didn't. After In Tongues and Ballads won, part of the audience was expecting that kind of music from Joji again. And after Nectar came out, there were a lot of mixed opinions about it. And I can totally see why. After listening to Smithereens, its production overall is pretty well done. Maybe a bit too clean in my opinion, but I definitely appreciate a clean production. The whole Nectar album I think thematically, Nectar kind of fails in that. At least with In Tongues and Ballads 1, despite their flaws, thematically, they fit the tone of like each album. Nectar, you got some pop rock, some trap, some melodramatic songs, and a whole lot of bunch of genres that have been packed into Nectar, which I don't think is the worst album that Joji's ever produced. Not by a long shot. I don't think it's the worst album ever, because I still listen to Nectar. Nectar definitely has some pretty good bangers on it. I can definitely say that the inconsistency in Nectar shows up quite often, and that's not a bad thing. I think there's like other worse albums than Nectar. So it was a pretty pleasant surprise after Smithereens came out, and I am glad that Joji seems to be on the right track. I believe this album is the best that he's ever made, and I'm glad that it came out. I really enjoyed listening to it. There might be some people that don't like the length of this album. I disagree, because I'd rather have a shorter track list that has good songs than a track list that has a lot of songs, and some of them are either a hit or a miss, you know? With all that being said, I think that's it. You know, go listen to the album. It's a pretty good listen. Buy the album, buy the merch, you know. Support George and his music endeavors. Transition. Have you given this album a listen? Did you like it? Did you hate it? What would you rate it? You're the best. You're the best. You're always the best. In the west, to the left, to the left. Follow the channel for more Joji reviews. This is me, Smithereens. Joji, forever.